Drake out here.
rapping. So, hey, you gonna have to rap
And
these
Cardi.
days. You know what I'm
Cardi
saying?
released tonight. Or not Cardi, Tiana. Is it Tiana? Yeah, Tiana
Tiana?
dropped. Shout out Tiana.
I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? She not in a stucky situation.
Y'all both look so high. Oh man. Okay. This is from an anonymous post. It says, one of my closest friends has been using drugs more and more over the past year. At first, it was just something they did on the weekends, but now it feels like it's part of their daily life. I've tried to talk to them, but every time I bring it up, they either brush me off or say I'm judging them. I don't want to push too hard or lose the friendship, but I'm scared of what could happen if I stay quiet.
Mm.
This is good.
We don't do the same drugs no more.
Hey.
we don't do the same drugs. Do the same drugs. Shout out to Chance.
So you talking about Chance?
Yeah.
Man,
Got something for this?
Go ahead. Yes.
I've learned in this space too, so I could tell you from experience to how best to handle something like this
in real time.
Yeah, real deal time. I could tell you, I would encourage this person by trying to figure out, trying to speak to the why you've seen the increase and never bring it up. So what do I mean by that? So typically, if somebody's falling into some kind of pattern behavior like this, there's probably some kind of trauma attached to it or some kind of core issue attached to it where they have to self-soothe, and this is the self-soothing process that they've taken to put them in their space. It just happens to be a bad thing if it's a really bad drug especially. So I think you'll lose that person, to your point, by constantly bringing up the drug abuse. They know they're abusing the drug. What you should talk about, if you truly care about the individual, is what's causing them to get to this point. Meaning, maybe start asking some questions about their life. Try to find value in what they're doing in their life so that they can talk about what they're struggling with. And then you'll find what they're struggling with and help them with that. And hopefully, in turn, it'll reduce, the want to do said drugs, right? And I think that's the best way to approach it. Don't just come at them and say, why you always, you got to get better. You're sick. They know all of these things, bro. What you should do is say, hey, I noticed you ain't played ball in a long time for somebody to play basketball. So I noticed you ain't played ball in a long time. Why you ain't playing no ball no more? Ask that question, right? Why haven't you done something that you love in a long time? Just ask that question. See if they open up and start talking to you about something that may have happened to them that got them into this space. Then you walk down that path, and you'll see that they'll probably be a lot more susceptible to doing better for themselves than to say, you're doing drugs, this is bad. So I'm glad you wrote in about this, because this is something I'm trying to work through right now. So,
I'll add another method, which would be to create your own personal boundary. You said that you don't want to lose the friendship, but number one, you need to start getting comfortable with that as a possibility. But you create the boundary. Hey, I'm scared of what's going to happen. Two things. Number one, if they are using like you say they're using, what could happen if you're in the car with them and drugs are found? All those things are factors, right? Your life is now negatively impacted. So you need to say, okay, if this is the case, I'm not going to hang out with you as much. My boundary is when you're on drugs, I'm not going to be around you. And that's your boundary. It's up to them to choose if they want to continue or not. You're not making an ultimatum. That's your personal boundary. That's one way to kind of keep yourself safe in this. You need to protect your own life, but also your own emotions in this. I don't want to lose you as a friend. I don't want to lose you as a human. I don't think I want you to, be unalive. But I'm telling you, this is what bothers me. Speak about me. Take ownership of me in that situation. I feel this. I feel that. And then create that boundary and then stick to it. But also suggest counseling and rehab and all this other stuff. Be prepared to have resources if and when you are ready to have that conversation. Because if you have resources, you're already on the right track rather than just saying, I want to talk or something like that. You need to be prepared to provide options just as much as you need to be prepared to have that conversation in the first place.
Teen drinking is very bad. But I got a fake ID, though. Name the artist.
Kendrick?
Jaquan. What Matt and Germ have said is true. And I'm going to just be heavy on the part of if you're not ready to support,
Please.
don't even have these conversations.
Please.
Because if you open the, it's like saying to somebody, and I'll be challenging people to do this all the time. When you ask somebody, how are you today?
Don't be mad if they start talking.
You got to be ready to engage in that. You ask that question. You have to be ready to engage in that conversation. If you don't want to engage in that conversation, you don't ask that question. Now, you could continue to address the drugs if you wanted to. Some people think, tough love or whatever works. And it could for some people and for some things. But to Matt's point, when they know that they are abusing this drug, or they don't know, but all they do know is that there's a chemical addiction they can't stop. So you telling somebody to stop, that's why it's called, it's just not going, 9 times out of 10, probably even closer to 10 times out of 10, nobody dropping nothing cold turkey, bro. Their body has become chemically altered. And so it's different for them. They are like, even process, right? If you're familiar with process addictions, where the chemical itself is not actually binding to much in your brain, but your brain is bonded with a new neural pathway with the process of what you're doing, right? So it's not even the actual chemical in the drug, but it's just it's the process. So process addictions are real as well, and addiction, for the most part, we always think about addiction as being something that is so far that you have to be, super duper strung out, you done lost your weight and everything else, or like, it's just. But to Matt's point, let's talk about your daily activities. You started missing work. You ain't hooping no more. You don't be on the game no more. And then every time I talk to you about when you're not on the game, you give me like a half-ass answer. It's not even a real answer. Another trick that you can do is just this one's a little tough to do. It takes a little time, bro. Start snapping photos and videos, bro, of you and that person, and then over time you can start to just
see it
and send them that person, because sometimes the most powerful thing to see, I tell you, if somebody struggles with eating food, y'all just see me doing this episode, even though I've lost about 40 pounds, still going. Sometimes the best motivator for me is somebody will snap a photo. I'm cool. I'm not even thinking about my weight loss or anything like that. And I see the photo. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Something got to change. Sometimes we can't see it until we see it how other people are seeing it. So you have the phone in there, start snapping them photos, taking videos, and not doing it on some creepy investigative stuff. You still spending time with these people. Y'all, go out to the bar, go out, have fun, play basketball. If you can track the deterioration, when you have these conversations, you're gonna be like, bro, I'm not. Look. Here's picture 1. This was back in February, bro. Look now. You're 2 different people, physically. Not even how I'm feeling. You look different. And you look different because you're using these drugs. And then you have to set them boundaries, as Jeremy said. At some point, you can't, bro. You're not bigger than their addiction either. They need help that you don't have the access to. You might be able to get them the access, but you don't have it. So don't think that this is, I got to help this person now. Hey, bro, if they continue to choose the drugs over you and that's the boundary you set, you got to let them do that, bro. They got to live their life.
Can't follow that one up, buddy. I agree with you, man. You got to cut them loose, man. If you can't hold somebody accountable, that's my thing now. It's like, if I can't tell you something and I got to figure out how to say it, you're not for me, bro. Because I'm all about intentions. Bro, I'm just trying to help you out. I should be able to you're my friend. You're my close friend. I should be able to get off what I want to get off. That's why I call you my close friend. So at these times that, these times where I need to hold you accountable, I should be able to do that and not even think about it. Bro, I see you out of pocket. That's what you're a close friend for. I see you out of pocket, bro. You need to slow that down. And if they don't want to listen and they make you feel away and they saying, bro, you ain't nothing, what you talking about? That's a bet. Distance yourself. And it's okay, bro. We put so much equity in friends. Yes, bro, it's so bro, don't get it twisted. Friends be lit. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever. But, bro, man, friends played out, bro.
At a certain age, you realize that too. It's you don't need
man.
a lot. You just need
that core group. And it's almost selfish, bro. For me, it's get that core group that you want.